Boru is strong
But he'll need
favorite
every
here,
advantage he can get. Oh,
yeah,
and they're just right up to it.
HQ probably has a bit of a consistency and efficiency advantage, but Boru's PB is about 3 seconds faster than HQ's.
If anybody knows League of Legends, the undisputed king is Faker, and people have said over the years, oh, Faker's washed up, or his opponents might have this or that advantage. But same with Boru here. I think you never bet against the king.
Yeah, Boru's first board sub 20, HQ about 3 seconds slower than that.
And that's a blast.
That's a really punishing blast for HQ.
Right at
Boru
the end of
also
the
blasting,
board.
but much earlier.
Can't speak to his motives, but Boru might be doing a strategic blast just to get, off timing on the next board.
HQ finishes a board that looked pretty difficult.
Almost a full board ahead for Boru. Oh, but there's a blast. A little bit of reprieve here. If HQ can finish this up quickly, then he'll be back in the picture.
Tough left side to clean up here.
Yeah, ooh, mine count, but he takes the min, and it pays off for him.
14 seconds behind Boru here.
All right. Basically, and Boru facing the same thing, but taking the same in mine count.
HQ on a great board here. 15
Really
seconds
quick
behind. It's going to
board.
be
Yep.
really tough to make up.
And oh, okay. Took a little bit of time for Boru to find that last square, but he cleaned it up in the end. That early blast fairly punishing, but the series is far from over.
There's a 9-second gap between their expert PBs.
And
HQ
we're off to
choosing for
beginner.
beginner.
Very exciting stuff. Interesting choice here, given that, Boru is known as the Speed King, and, consistency is much less punished on something like beginner.
Yep, Boru taking a slight early lead here. Had some difficulties on this board, so HQ catching up. Less than a second between them, going on to their fifth board.
The one board for Boru really did hurt him, but you can tell that he's going to be a little bit faster in general. Oh, there's a blast. Didn't take too long to recover, but every second counts here.
Neck and neck still.
Ooh, and the mine count
HQ
goes
in the
awry.
lead. Boru takes it back though. Or since that blast, Boru has been on fire.
Boru with exceptional confidence right now, but HQ still very close behind.
Yep, less than a board separating them. 5 to go.
Oh, and there's a blast from Boru. HQ takes the lead. Or, well, not quite, but it's still very close.
It was a blast followed by a board that had a CBV of like 5, so.
Yep, exactly.
Boru on his last board. HQ needs 2.
And that's the
Oh, wow.
game Won by less than a board, but that's, how close it gets in beginner. What can HQ do here to try to spice it up and, pull out some victories?
Beginner again. All right.
Wow,
He saw he had the
okay.
chance. He's going for it.
Perhaps the idea being that, Boru will take a few blasts when he doesn't want to do the mine count, and then HQ can, sweep in there.
Yeah. Gadget Lab says awful pick from HQ, so I might think they'd have a better chance of something else. I feel like Boru has been pretty good at the beginner rounds. Like
Well, in
more
a moment here, we will
consistent.
see what Gadget ends up picking himself. He seems like a very beginner-oriented kind of player with his speed, but it's all gonna depend on the matchup there.
You'd think that beginner would be more random because it's tiny games, but I feel like some players do tend to do consistently better on it than others. And over the 20 games that you have to play,
Exactly.
it does even out a bit.
Super close. HQ with a slight lead. Ooh.
And a late blast from
Lead gets
Boru.
extended.
But HQ with some blasts also, throwing it back a bit. HQ still with a solid lead though. But this is not a format where you can, take a breather.
HQ with less than a board lead going into the second half of this set here. Boru's really trying to come back. It's getting extremely close. Boru in the
Look,
lead
it's
now?
completely tied up. Yep. And they're on the same board actually after all those blasts.
HQ about a game behind. Boru only needs 2 more.
Little guess from HQ there, not wanting to. And Boru ends up cleaning it up by less than half a board.
Extremely close. I think beginner was an okay pick there. It's really
Beginner
anyone's
almost paid off for
match.
HQ.